Hi everyone, it's Arian with Peak Endurance Physical Therapy. I want to talk to you guys about early exercise postpartum. And by early exercise, I mean before that typical 6-week mark. I want to preface by saying everyone is different and everyone's postpartum journey is a little bit different. And so I highly suggest finding a pelvic physical therapist to help lead you specifically, whether it's just one visit postpartum or through an entire plan of care. So many of us wait until that 6-week clearance from our OB or our doctor before we start any type of exercise, because that's what we've been told. We don't know any better. We're a little bit fearful. We want the green light before we do any type of exercise. When in reality, it has been shown that movement is so beneficial earlier than that 6-week mark, both in healing as well as mental health for so many of us. So I want to talk to you about a couple things you can start days after giving birth. Number one is some laying down exercises. Things like exercising on your back, on your side. They don't put any strain on that pelvic floor because you are not standing up against gravity. So things like core sets, just refamiliarizing yourself with your core, glute bridges, sideline clamshells, leg lifts, those kind of things, just to kind of get your body back, get those muscles firing again. Those can be started days after giving birth. What we're looking for, a lot of us are looking for, is more, when can I get back into my normal exercising? Whether you are a runner, a weightlifter, yogi, whatever your mode of exercise is, we're always curious about how soon we can get back to those activities. I like to tell most clients around that 2 or 3 mark, we can begin to bring those activities back, slowly ramping up and listening to our bodies. The big things that we are wanting to pay attention to are increase in bleeding or the size of clotting. That's usually a sign that your body is telling you that maybe we are doing a little bit too much too soon. And the other big landmark we kind of want to pay attention to is that pelvic floor heaviness. And I would like to specify that feeling that pelvic floor heaviness is not necessarily a sign of prolapse, and it's nothing to be fearful of. It's just our body letting us know, and it's more likely a feeling of your pelvic floor being under fatigue. Just like after you do a heavy leg day, your quads and your hamstrings, they feel fatigued and tight for about 2 days after. Same thing with your pelvic floor. It was put under a demand and it is responding to that demand and is a little bit fatigued because of that. And that heaviness feeling should improve within 2 days after. So again, these are just some general guidelines. I would suggest going and seeing a pelvic floor therapist to help lead you with a little bit more specific to your case.